What if we told you there are two stunning lakes just 40 minutes apart in two different countries?
Lake Como, Italy.
And Lugano, Switzerland.
And we're gonna try to explore both in just 48 hours. Sounds easy, right? Romantic even. Hop a train from Italy to Switzerland, sip espresso, watch the mountains roll by, and in just 48 hours see two of Europe's most beautiful lakes. But things got complicated.
We have to come clean.
Lake Como has thrown us for a complete loop.
Yeah, yes, that's the boss.
Oh.
We made mistakes, and for a moment, we weren't sure we'd make it at all.
So is it actually possible to do both in a weekend and still feel like you truly traveled? The journey begins at 7 a.m. on a train ride to Como.
So day one is everything about Lake Como.
So, if you're going to Lake Como, you'd think to yourself, well, I probably need to go to the town of Como. But apparently, this is like the least interesting place on the entire lake, according to everyone. It's just a passing through point, and a lot of people make the mistake of thinking this is where the action is.
That's right. But we're gonna visit the best places in this lake that is not Como, but we're starting our journey over here.
I have to say though, Martín, if this is the worst place, oh my God, I don't really know what to expect today. This is beautiful.
It is. So
All right.
let's check out the other places.
Today's adventure called for a true Italian espresso, so we head to a little place called Varenna. It's simple, it's not a Starbucks, so it should be good.
Vogliamo 2 cappuccini e 2 cornetto con la crema. Grazie. Prego, signora.
Good.
Very good.
I miss these Italian little cafes where you stand up and you drink your espresso.
It's funny because outside it says bar, but this is not a bar. That's how they call it.
Yeah, and you know it's a good place when locals are coming in and out within like a minute because they're just coming, standing, drinking their drink, heading out to work.
So, little breakfast over here, 1 cappuccino, 1 cornetto con la crema. I think it's a good day.
I think so, and then we got to catch our ferry after this. So it is always an adventure, you guys, when you travel tourist to local.
So we arrived to the ferry terminal, and the first ferry that goes to the place that we want to go is at 10:50.
What time is it right now?
9 o'clock.
And the ferry itself takes like an hour, so we're looking at wasting potentially 2 hours, or no, longer.
Longer. We're wasting 3 hours.
3 hours if we wait for this ferry, which sucks because we really imagined ourselves on this glistening lake, but I think there'll be more of that later.
So right now we're taking a bus in order to get to the place where we're gonna start the main thing of this lake.
Yeah, and one of our beliefs is if you know how to take a bus in one part of the world, you can take it literally anywhere. We're gonna figure this out and get ourselves to Bellagio and not waste any time. We only have a day here. Good.
Yeah, yes, that's the bus.
Oh.
That's the bus.
Oh shoot.
So we missed the bus. What are you gonna do about it? We head to the station to secure our spot in the next one. And there's no way we're missing that one.
Giorno, vogliamo 2 biglietti per Bellagio.
How much?
8.60
Oh, that's good.
for both.
Despite the 1 hour delay, it would still get us where we want to go faster than the ferry. So we join this guy practicing karate at the bus stop, enjoy the show, and make our way to one of the most beautiful spots on the lake, Bellagio.
We did it, mi amor.
We did it.
This is the life.
La dolce vita.
And you know guys, that bus ride wasn't half bad. I actually really enjoyed it. And here we are in Bellagio, and this place is just as gorgeous as we imagined. Martín was just telling me something. He said, I was really scared to come here. I said, what do you mean? Is it dangerous or what?
And no, actually, this is the kind of place that check all the marks of the place that I like the most in the entire world. I mean, Italian food, beautiful, a lake.
Yep.
It's very close to a big city that is Milano. It makes me scared to be over here because then I want to live over here.
Yeah.
This is a popular destination for people to get engaged or a honeymooner. So right now, let's be one of them.
I know, let's recreate our honeymoon and do it here, because this is the place to do it.
This is it. This hour right here, exploring the town of Bellagio. This is the Dolce Vita. Life is good on Lake Como.
Well, I think we found the lunch spot for today.
That's right, the restaurant is called La Grota, and it doesn't have a view to the lake, but that's important.
Yeah, we're finally going to be having some pizza and pasta, and I would much rather have a place that's really freaking good Italian food than a crazy view that's going to cost the money.
Buongiorno. Tavola per due, per favore. Vabbè, grazie.
This is freaking delicious. I got the Amalfiana pizza. It's so good. I don't know what my technique though was with cutting it. I just kind of went crazy for the middle part, and it's really weird how I ate this.
This restaurant, it got packed 5 minutes after open. That tells you everything about the restaurant. I ordered a pasta, and I do not regret it because it's delicious.
After lunch, we decided to come over to this little lookout point where you can see the Y of the lake, because it's shaped
right.
like that.
Punta Spartivento, and for me, as I see it, it's the center of the lake.
We only have about 30 minutes left here in Bellagio because where we're at right now is actually one of the points of the Golden Triangle, as they call it. There's 3 towns that you can take ferries from here, and I can see why people get engaged here and do their honeymoon, mi amor. This place is just romantic. I mean, you know, you think crystal turquoise waters is like the most beautiful water. I love how this is such a deep blue, it's almost black.
Definitely. So calm, so romantic, so beautiful.
2 hours in Bellagio was actually the perfect amount of time to spend here. And it's just our luck that we timed things right and could catch the ferry right across the lake to our next town, Varenna.
2 biglietti per Varenna alla 1:30. Just in time.
It's a short ride, maybe 15 minutes, but with these views, it was definitely one of the highlights of our day. By the way, if you're coming straight from Milan, there's a train that lets you off here, and it's a much easier option than stopping in Como first like we did. And this is a town you'll want to spend some time in. It's somehow even more beautiful than Bellagio was.
Pistacchio e vanilla. E un altro, lo stesso così, ma pistacchio e mandorla. Per favore.
Yum. Welcome to Varenna, guys.
It's a little bit after noon. I already took 2 layers and the sun is up. Perfect time for gelato.
Oh my God, it's so good. We just were walking along the shore to this place called, I think it's La Pasarela. It just says gelateria outside. I think this is even more beautiful than the last spot.
I know we said we're gonna go to 3 different towns, but as much as possible, what we're doing is taking the time just to watch the lake and just holding hands and talking to each other, because that's what this place is all about.
Yeah, exactly. It's like we're on our own little mini honeymoon. It feels like we're in an Italian romance movie, or like, I don't know, we fled here to write a book. We're authors.
That's
I don't know. It's beautiful.
After finishing up our gelato, we walk uphill to the Piazza San Giorgio, where we take a peek at the Chiesa di San Giorgio, before making our way to that one place we all have seen photos of at Lake Como.
This is Villa Monastero, and the garden is open every day with a cost of 10 euros per person.
Yeah.
But if you want to go to the museum, you have to wait because they only open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
10 euros is 100% worth it. You know, they say this place is super expensive for the rich and wealthy, but you know, that's not too bad to enter this place.
No.
We spent about 30 minutes here having a long, leisurely stroll through this garden and imagining what life must be like living on this lake. And you guys know us. It's completely unlike us to take things this slow on our travel days. But there's something so nice about just wandering without a plan. That's how we end up here.
So we decided to have a little drink over here, just admiring. We are not saying anything to ourselves, we're just watching.
What's the name of the place?
Bar Mollo. And it has one of the best views over here.
This is not a bad place to pass the afternoon, but perhaps we took things a little too slow.
We have to come clean.
Yeah, we need to be so freaking real with you guys right now. We consider ourselves really smart, prepared travelers, and Lake Como has thrown us for a complete loop. The thing is, there was a third place we were supposed to show you here, And being the smart travelers we were already, 5 steps ahead trying to figure out, okay, how do we get to our hotel tonight? And that's when we realized we could be completely stranded if we don't take the absolute next boat out of here.
That's right. So the place that we wanted to visit, the third place.
Oh, there's George Clooney! Hey!
The third place we wanted to visit is Bellagio. And the problem is, yeah, as Juliana said, if we don't take the next ferry out of here, we're gonna stay over here overnight.
I'm talking till 6 a.m. There's no other way out. And that's the problem here in Lake Como if you do decide to go to it on a day trip. If you are not careful with your scheduling of the boats to your other boat, to your bus, to your train to get back to wherever you're staying, you could be stranded here for real.
Right. I've seen a lot of videos of people coming over here and they were talking about that, but it's like, oh wait, it's regular tourists that they wake up at 9 o'clock.
That cannot be us.
And look at us.
But it is, what time is it right now?
4:10.
And the actual direct boat to Como has sold out. So we need to take a different boat that gets us to Bellagio and then to Como. That's the only option right now. So you really have to be careful with your timing. We would have loved to show you guys Bellagio. We had a great dinner lined up, but it is what it is, That's travel for you.
Once we secured tickets, the ride back to Como was easy. But the whole time, we were asking ourselves, how could we done this differently?
We love public transport. It's our go-to in most places. But after some research, it became clear that if you want to explore the lake on your own terms, especially when it's just a day trip, you've got to rent a car. All our travel time would have been cut in half this day, and we actually could have stayed as long as we wanted. But it is what it is.
With the stress behind us, we were ready to actually relax. We weren't staying in Como at all. The prices were wild. The crowds can be crazy. And we wanted something a little more local, somewhere quiet, somewhere between the two cities we want to visit.
So we opened a map, and there it was, Varese. We'd never heard of it, but for some reason it called to us. And we loved it. It's the kind of town where the bakery knows your name by morning 2, and the locals actually live in the homes you walk past.
And tucked just outside the center of town, we found the Hotel Horizon Wellness Spa Resort, BW's signature collection by Best Western, who has partnered with us for this trip to help us showcase a little-known lakeside village that lots of people miss when visiting Como.
The rooms were clean and offered sweeping views of Lake Varese, and we were able to properly unwind after all that ferry drama. Plus, they have an incredible on-site spa with a pool, saunas, and a steam room, which is the perfect reset button. Plus, the on-site restaurant made it easy to get a meal in after a long day exploring, and the quiet trails through the countryside made this an even more lovely place to enjoy the sunset, because it was just for us.
And honestly, one of my favorite things is just next door, there's a llama and goat farm. Beautiful, beautiful.
So yeah, if you got a car, and you're open to stepping just off the tourist trail, this might be your perfect base too. We'll leave a link to this property below if you're interested in staying here.
Good morning, travelers. It's day 2, and I think today is going to be a much less stressful day than yesterday.
Right. And it should be very easy today because we're only visiting one place.
Yes, one city on one lake. It's called Lugano, and it's in Switzerland, which is a new country for you, Martín.
That's right. We have our passports and we're ready.
Let's go catch the train.
Buongiorno. Vogliamo 2 cappuccini e 2 cornetti.
It's kind of fun to come to such a random town. It makes me daydream about what life must be like living here. And it reminds me so much of the way my mom would plan our travels. She was notorious for picking really random spots that just called to her on a map. And we would stay there, and it'd always be like an hour away from anything popular. But sometimes it's in those experiences that you have some of the best memories. Like, I don't know, not many people can say they've stayed in the town of Varese, Italy, and we're loving it. We got our tickets for the train. It's only a 40-minute ride, actually, from the train station, so pretty quick. And we're gonna have a second breakfast when we're there.
Okay, we arrived over here. This is Lugano, and because it's my first time in Switzerland, I hear there's very good chocolate. I need to try some. Let's start this day with breakfast.
We decided to come to this little cafe called Varenna, and it's just about a block away from the lake. It's so charming to sit out here and enjoy the sun. And I'm excited because this hot chocolate is delicious. It ain't no Swiss mix, let me tell you that. This particular establishment has been making chocolate since 1871.
They actually have a chocolate shop here where you can watch them make the chocolate and you can buy some delicious truffles to go. We might have to sneak some in our carry-on. And also along with this, I got a panini with Swiss cheese because we gotta have everything Swiss for the little time we're here in Switzerland.
After that coffee, after that breakfast, I think we're ready to explore the lake.
It's so beautiful. You guys, there's this nice walking path. You can go along the entire coastline. Let's see what we can find here. I like this little pier, you know? I'm good here. I could sit here all day long.
To walk from one end of the waterfront to the other only takes 23 minutes. But for us, it turned into an hour. We kept finding these perfect lookup points of the city where we enjoyed the reflection of the water and watched kayakers pass by.
There's a couple of fountains over here and I heard the water is very good. I'm gonna taste it. Tasty.
Eventually, we find ourselves on the other end at Parco Chiani.
Yeah, I feel you, man. After too many countries, too many cities, every single day walking more than 22,000 steps, waking up before 6 o'clock in the morning, I know how you feel.
Oh, so many ducks. I would jump in if it wasn't so cold right now. It's beautiful.
Now we're in this beautiful place called Parco Chiani, and it's a must if you visit Lugano. Normally they have a villa that it's open, but right now because it's low season, it's under construction.
Oh, really? Here I am thinking that this was the villa. This whole time I was like, this is gorgeous. And it's free to walk around the park.
And Juliana pointed out something very good that I didn't notice. This city, in comparison with Lake Como, it feels more like a functional city. I mean, we've seen people walking around their dogs and also kids after school playing in the playground. And it feels like a city that has life.
Yeah, exactly. And not just maybe a tourist attraction, like there's regular schmegular people living here, and I kind of love that. On the other hand, though, one thing I did just say, for some reason, that makes it not as romantic. I still love it, but it's not like, you know, private to
Right.
yourself, no one's around.
Exactly.
We decided to stop into Antica Osteria del Porto because even though we're in Switzerland, there's so much Italian influence in this town. They still speak Italian here and there's tons of Italian food. And this looks incredible. And I got this gorgeous looking cacio e pepe. Now, in terms of pricing, you may be curious if there's any price differences between the two lakes. They're pretty much the same. They're both expensive places. It is what it is. So it's not like we're getting a deal over here. We're still in Switzerland.
I'm not overreacting. This is so good.
Martín went for the oxtail risotto.
Oh, so good. It's delicious. Probably one of the best risottos I ever had in my life.
Really?
Yes.
After lunch, we decided to spend more time at the lake, just relaxing. In 2 days, we had seen a lot of places, but we also hadn't seen much when you think about it. And maybe that's okay.
We're not perfect travelers. We tend to rush. We cram too much in. We try to film everything, feel everything, tell stories in 48-hour windows. But there's a kind of beauty in that chaos. And there's also beauty in the pause.
When you hear La Dolce Vita, I doubt you picture running around with the checklist. I picture a bench, a lake, ice cream with your best friend, the sound of nothing in particular. I guess when you think about it, we could stay in any of these three places, Como, Varese, or Lugano, and had just as much fun doing almost nothing at all. But we're curious, which one would you pick?
Fast forward a bit, and we're on the hunt for one essential piece of La Dolce Vita, a good scoop of gelato.
This gelato turned out so good.
I think one of the best that we had during our trip, if not the best, because this pistachio gelato, it has a little chunks of pistachio.
Pistachio. The name of the place is -9 degree gelato. We're just gonna wrap this up and then head to our next spot, last spot, before we come to our final conclusion of which one we like more.
This is our final stop. This is the Cattedrale di San Lorenzo. And it's a small but very cute, and it has an amazing view of the lake.
And you can't miss it because it's the first thing you see when you get off the train.
It's free to enter, and what I like about this one, it got in a process of restoration. So they show you a couple of pictures, how it was before and how it's now. Beautiful.
I really did think that this lake was gonna be so similar to Lake Como that it'd be hard to tell which one is better, but I feel like I have some opinions now.
Yeah, that's right. I think this place, it's more like a one-day trip, and easily you can just enjoy it.
Yeah.
But Lake Como, I think for sure it takes more, maybe
Yeah.
2 or 3 days. But either way, both destinations there are amazing. I think I'm very happy we were able to visit both lakes. But next week, we're keeping one more place, the last one over here in Europe during this series.
Yeah.
It's Milan.
We've left a video to the side for you guys to keep watching our adventures. So long.
Travel well.
Make the world your neighborhood. See you guys next time.
Bye.